Now, this is a video I've been meaning to make for a while, and I feel like this is a conversation that I can actually contribute to literally anything about Tree. I love Tree from Teapot. This isn't anything new. He is my favorite character in all of BFDI. And today I'm gonna talk about something that this is very close to my heart because I care a lot about Tree. And today I'm going to be digging a bit deeper into a specific thing that I have noticed. We'll be starting all the way back in BFB, because that is where this starts. In BFB 7, Tree gets stuck in Bottle, much to his dismay. This is an important event because this is a good example of this phenomenon. Tree in BFB is a very by-the-book person, very stuck-up, so dealing with a silly character like Bottle is irritating. But him being stuck in Bottle leads to him having to be a bit reliant on Bottle, which leads to things like him being put down for not being able to throw properly in BFB 9 due to him being stuck inside a Bottle. Though his team is too dumb to realize that he can't throw properly while he's literally stuck inside of someone. But he just gets mocked by his team because they're stupid. This, of course, is all not Tree's fault, but he has to just deal with it because of the scenario he has been put in. He has to listen to Four's whole conversation with Bottle just so he can recover Pie. Something he could have easily done if he was not stuck inside a Bottle. But since he is stuck inside a Bottle, he can't do things properly. Because of the situation he has been put in, he can't do anything. In BFB 12, Tree finally gets out of Bottle, but it's not even due to his own actions. It's due to Taco being swapped out with him. So Taco's the one who breaks Tree out of Bottle. Tree isn't even the one to do it. What does this mean, Bitter? You may be asking. You'll see. You'll see. Tree is someone who tries to take charge. Try being a very key word there. The best examples of this is probably Teapot 1 and 2, and some other BFB episodes where he tries to direct with Death Pact. But speaking of Teapot, let's get into that. In Teapot 6, it's revealed that Tree has a treehouse in his head that people just kind of hang out in for some reason. Specifically, just not. And judging by his reaction of those gamers hanging out in my head again, this is something reoccurring. They hang out in his head multiple times. This is something he clearly is not that okay with, and they kind of just do anyways, which is strange. In this episode, Team Mario K also goes into Tree's treehouse, also just without thinking about it. They just see Tree as a tool. This is them seeing Tree as a tool, as a convenience. They don't see a person. They're like, oh, we gotta go in the treehouse because whatever. I don't remember Teapot 6 that well, I'm sorry. I remember all the other episodes that well. I don't remember Teapot 6 like the back of my hand, okay? I don't remember what she says or why they go into the tree. I just know it has to do with the challenge for some, I think. This causes Tree to act funny and not know why. He's basically the BFDI equivalent of being BFD drunk, and it's not his fault. Someone else caused him to act drunk. He is in such an odd state because of the actions of other people. Tree is a good boy. He would never get BFD drunk. But since Are You Okay just had to go in his head and bring their little chocolate ball with them, and he's like, evil. Truly evil. Anyways, let's get into the real meat and potatoes. Teapot 7. I think I lost the recording of me talking about Teapot 7, so I'm just shoving this in here. I forgot what I originally said, but pretty much in Teapot 7, it's the episode where Fanny kills Tree. So, because she thinks it'll benefit the team in some way. Tree has no choice over this matter, and he clearly does not approve of this new strategy whatsoever. And she still just kind of kills him. I probably worded it better before, but point is, you need the context of Teapot 7 for me to talk about Teapot 8 properly. So, also I feel like I'm missing my intro to my Teapot 8 section. So, basically, Tree is a big it becomes a big tree because, they give Tree's dead body to Justnut, and Justnut gives it to Teardrop, and she waters it, and Tree gets grown. So when they try to recover Tree, he gets recovered back into the tree that was planted. It's a canal. Yay. Well, not yay, but yeah, that's the explanation. After Death Pact finds that Tree has become a big tree, they're still kind of in a debate on death can be good in some situations, or death is bad always and should never happen. They're still in this debate. So Tree's kind of just stuck in the middle and has to be a big tree because their whole argument isn't resolved yet. Tree clearly just wants to not be a big tree, but Black Hole's like, no, I have to prevent death. Even if you literally want to die, no. That can't happen. Eventually, this whole conflict between Fanny and Black Hole is resolved in Teapot 10. But Fanny had to be the one to reason with Black Hole. Fanny had to be the one to help Black Hole realize that it was okay, so that Black Hole wouldn't stop them from killing Tree. Tree wasn't able to do anything about his situation. Someone else had to do something about his situation for him to be out of that canal. Now I feel it's an okay time to state the point of all of this. Tree has an extreme lack of autonomy and most of his entire Teapot run. He doesn't get to choose what he does. He's just kind of put in situations and he has to deal with it. And he can't do anything about it. Other people have to be the ones to do things about it. He doesn't have control over anything. Even when something seems like it's his, it isn't. This whole lack of autonomy thing is very interesting when you think about Grass Tree. In Teapot 16, it's shown that Grassy is able to go in Tree's head and control him from inside. Which, it's a very funny gag, very fun to watch. But the the horrific implications of this for Tree is really scary. He very literally can be controlled by another person without him being able to stop it. He has seemingly no way of fighting back from what we have seen. He can just be controlled by this 6-year-old for no reason. And he can't do anything about it. No, I'm not trying to say anything about Grassy here. I'm not saying that Grassy is evil and he's part of the problem. But this is all really bad when you think about it. For Tree, he can just be controlled by another person, and he doesn't know that it's happening. He doesn't seem to know that the Grassy can even do this. He doesn't even seem to be, like, aware while he's doing this. Does Tree even know that he does this? I don't think he even does. And that's even scarier. Tree seems to have no recollection of any of this. He seems to entirely just not be aware during any of this. So assumedly he just like blacks out for like several minutes, and then he comes back. He just has to go with it because he doesn't know what's going on. It just happens. Do you see what I'm saying about Tree's lack of control? He can literally be controlled by Grassy. He can literally be controlled by another person, just without him knowing, without him noticing, without him having any way of fighting back. This is the whole crux of this. Tree can't do anything. Tree will never be anything. He can't do anything. It's a nightmare. It's horrifying to think about. He gets stuck. He gets controlled by other people. People just do whatever they want about him. People argue about him. He never gets to make the choice. He never gets to be the one to do something about it. Someone else always breaks him free. Someone else always makes the decisions for him. He tries to be a leader. He wants to be the supportive person, but he, even deep down, probably knows he can't. Tree wants to be appreciated. He wants to be there. He wants to be something bigger, but he never will be. In TPOT 16, Tree is given Pin's token because in TPOT 15, he chose to include her in the group, despite the whole Deathbag Newbie thing being kind of awkward. Tree kindly chooses to include her. Pin actually seems to appreciate, and is one of the few times Tree's efforts actually get appreciated and rewarded. But in TPOT 17, he seems to get all butterfingers and is not able to keep track of this token. So he ends up giving it to Marker, a decision he did make on his own, at the very least. But what happens next is out of his control. Marker gives this token to Lie, to show trust or something, because he's an idiot and Tree shouldn't have trusted him. Tree thought he could trust Marker, but Marker just gives away his token. Sure, Tree's eliminated now, and he wouldn't have been able to use that token anyways, but yeah. And Teapot 21. This token gets stolen by Golf Ball. It goes around. And Tree isn't aware of any of it, because Tree is dead. He didn't even get a proper elimination. He is dead right now and doesn't know that he even got eliminated. He didn't know his team lost, or that he's up for elimination, or that he's out. He doesn't know that he got out. He doesn't know he's out of the game. He doesn't know anything that's going on right now. Marker doesn't even seem to prioritize Tree in his mind. He's too busy thinking about the fact that Black Hole isn't around. He doesn't even try. When he calls out for help, he calls out for Fanny before calling out for Tree. And Marker and Fanny aren't even that close. Yeah, I feel very strongly about Tree TPOT, and I get really, it's really sad to think about how his entire Teapot run has gone, and how he's been treated, and how he never got to be something more than someone who just gets pushed around and tossed aside. I may be treating this topic with too much seriousness than I really should, but I feel very strongly about Tree TPOT. This is a character I'm very passionate about, and I love him with all of my heart. He makes me so happy. He's one of my favorite characters in all of fiction, and I really couldn't tell you why. There's so much love to be found in Tree, and it never goes anywhere. Thank you for watching this video. I've been meaning to make it for a while. I hope this is more organized than some of the other videos I made. I really tried my best to make this, like, somewhat good and properly cite things, Thank you so much.